everybody, welcome to Teensy Vintage. This is Teresa, and today we are going to play with a lot of stencils, round stencils in particular, and we're going to be using Tim Holtz Distress Oxide inks and just having a good time. So I pulled out my Tin-O inks, and I'm just trying to figure out which colors I want to use. I decided I'm going to go with a rainbow theme because you know what? I love rainbows. Rainbows are great and you get to use all the colors, right? So I'm going to pick those out. I'm also getting out my little stamp dauber squisher things. I can't remember what these are called. Sorry. Anyway, just making sure I have one for each color because you really don't want to mix them. They get funky. And I'm doing cool colors here, purple, green, and blue. And I gotta be honest, y'all, this is so satisfying. Oh my goodness, look at that ink. It's like butter. It's so good. It's so good. Um, yeah, and we're gonna stick the green on there and we will have a beautiful, cool color wheel. Woo! Look at that. Yes. Now, we're gonna tidy all of this up and keep everything back. I'm going to take out my little Dylusions journal and I'm going to put the remaining ink on this page so that in the future I can use that to make a background for another spread. So we're not wasting anything. Also, it's good to get the excess ink off of your little sponges because that way they won't make too much of a mess. I mean, they're going to make a mess, don't worry. So now we're going to do our warm colors, red, orange, and yellow. And I'm going to use a different stencil for this one, but it's the same family, same idea, just slightly different. Anyway, if you are not already a subscriber, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and like this video. I know a lot of you are viewing and not subscribing, so maybe subscribe today. That would be amazing. Thank you. I'm going to use a little bit of low-tack tape to hold my stencil down, because as you saw with the first go, that stencil, man, it just did not want to sit still. So I'm going to use a little bit of tape here just to save me from having to replace it each time. So here we go. I'm getting the orange and the yellow, and then we're going to blend in our red. Yes. And yes, I know I could have blended yellow and red together to get orange, but you know what? I already have the colors, and it's just more fun. And I'm going to put my excess ink here on another page in this book. And that'll make a nice ombre for something else. Okay, cool. Now I have my rainbow. Got my warm colors and my cool colors. Put my ink pads away. And now we're going to go to our next step, which is another stencil. This one is a Crafter's Workshop stencil. I've had that one for a long time and I love it. Now I'm going to pull out black. I wanted to go with a neutral color. This is Black Soot, and this is also just a regular distress ink. It's not the oxide kind, so it's not as buttery and thick, but that's okay. I tried using a little archival ink just to get a little bit of a darker impression here, but it really wasn't doing the trick, so we're just going to go with a few more layers of ink. Very gently sponging it on. This is a gentle process, even though right now it looks a little harsh. But I thought that just looked so cool against all the color to have a nice, really crisp black and white circle. And so to give it a, what's the word I'm looking for? A balanced look, I guess. I'm going to pull out this other round stencil. This one, it came on a sheet of larger stencils, and I want to say it's Stamperia. I don't remember. I'm so sorry. Um, and I'm gonna put 3 black and white stencils on here. And we love colors. We love black and white, but we also want to make sure that we have balanced numbers, and we like odd numbers, right? So I've got 3 black and white. The white is just the negative space. Obviously, I didn't add any white. But that's gonna balance out this composition. And I'm gonna color in all the background with a little bit of Dina Wakley paint here. This is lime, really bright green. I'm gonna water it down. This paint is a heavy body paint, so I like to add water to it just to thin it out, make it spreadable and be a little more transparent than it normally would be. And I just love the way this green makes everything pop. Yeah. This is just a very bright, very happy page. I'm loving the way it turned out. Honestly, when I sat down today, I didn't know what I was going to do. So, right now, I'm just having an amazing time. I'm also putting the excess leftover paint in the little journal. There was a page here with some ink splotches on it, so I've just painted around those with the lime green. And that's going to be a background for another piece in the future. So, future me has 3 backgrounds ready to go for art journal pages. Yay! It's always a nice surprise, especially when you're not sure what you want to do. Sometimes you like, oh, I've got this background. I can just start here. Now I'm going to add some stamps. This is a stamp set from Stampendous, and it is called Blossom. I'm not sure what kind of flower it is, but I love it. It reminds me a little bit of ranunculus, but I don't think it actually is. Probably more like a rose, one of those very big roses. I'm doing a terrible job of I am not a gardener, so yeah, my knowledge of flowers is not the most wide uh uh well known. I yeah, can't talk. What? Anywho, just putting those on there, and I've also got this fun set from Art by Marlene. These are all just little squiggles and squaggles. These are little teeny tiny X marks or plus signs, depending on which way you put them, I guess. But basically, I'm just filling in some of this negative space with some of these designs. And yes, I know some of you are like, Teresa, this is getting really, really busy looking. And yeah, you're right, it is. But don't worry. We're gonna take care of that in a minute. But right now, just having fun stamping things. Getting a really, really crisp, clean stamp impression is one of the best things in life. It's just so satisfying. Is art therapy? Yes, yes, sometimes it is. But yeah, we're just going in with this little tiny stamp, adding in some more background. Um, and that was fun. There's a whole lot of stamps on that page. You can really go wild with that stuff. Now I'm taking out a set by Creative Expressions, and these are numbers. And I love these because they're vintage style font. And I'm just going to add some number stamps around the page here, wherever I feel moved. Put some numbers in there. We're going to swap it out for a different set. This is a set by Sam Poole, I believe. And what does she call this one? This one is Dates from the Past. I love this set. I use it a lot in my junk journals because you can make a vintage looking number, look really good in your junk journal. Another set of stamps here. This one is from, oh gosh, what are you called? Let's see here. LDRS Creative. Little Darlings Rubber Stamps. Oh, I didn't know that's what it stood for. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, this is a great set from them. Set number 24. I don't know what they call this one, but it has little musical notes, a ruler, and some old vintage postal stamps. Pretty great. So yeah, I've covered everything now, and I'm really happy with how this is looking. So we're gonna get out our gesso, and we're gonna put a little bit over here on the side. We're gonna use our sponge applicator. I'm going to cut off the old paint from a previous art session, and I'm just going in and just gently daubing on some gesso. And all I'm doing is toning down the loudness of this page. This is a pretty loud page. There's a lot of really bright colors, there's a lot going on. So what I'm doing is I'm gently obscuring portions of the page, just lightly with the sponge, just going in. It's like putting a little cloud over it. And it just kind of takes the edge off, you know? I'm going to make sure everything's nice and dry with my heat tool here. And now I'm going to bring back my vintage photo. This is a great photo. I found it at an antique store. I'm going to darken up the edges. It's a little boy and a little girl. I'm guessing they're brother and sister. I don't know, but they're so cute. And here I am thinking a little bit. I'm like, okay, what are we going to do? And I think, I was like, you know what? We're just going to glue it down. I'm not going to fuss with adding more stuff because honestly, that background is so busy. We're just going to keep it simple. And so, yeah, I've got my photo glued down. I used some art glitter glue, and now I am looking for a stamp that I can use to create a sentiment with. And so here I am. I'm pulling out a few things. I have a lot of stamps here that are, a lot of card makers will get them. And I just have them for times like this when I don't have like a sticker or a book page that I can cut out. This is a really nice sentiment. And it says, I'll be here for you every step of the way. And I just felt like that was such a lovely message. The world is, it feels insane right now. So I was like, this is a really nice sentiment to add to this page, this care and support. The first impression didn't come out very well. And I'm just using the edge of this piece of paper because, well, I don't need it. And so that impression, the second one, came out really well. So I'm going to cut that one out and trim it so that it looks very nice. And we're going to blacken the edges here with a little black archival ink. And now I'm going to audition some spots on the page and see where this is going to go. It doesn't end up really fitting, so I cut it in half. And now that I've cut it in half, I need to zhuzh the two halves, the new parts, and I like that much better. I know it's really hard to see on the screen, but there are photos at the very end with detailed close-ups. And yeah, there we go. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I'm gonna go around the edges here. I also put a little black ink in the middle of that circle because it was just so white. Yeah, toning it down. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate y'all, and I will see you next time.